All right, hey, what's going on, guys? So welcome back. Yesterday we left off with the PS4. I'm not gonna work on the PS4 today. I'm just gonna move on to what I have here. I did work on the Oculus. I didn't record the Oculus repair because it wasn't anything that was like groundbreaking. It wasn't anything that was gonna be like, it wasn't gonna. I didn't believe it was gonna spark any interest, because it was just a simple fix for the Oculus. Okay. Um, so we're moving on to these Beats headphones that we have, and then we also have an iPad over here that's water damage, and we're gonna work on that next. So let's move on to these headphones, and let's see what happens. Oh, over the desk microscope isn't there. Okay. You guys probably won't be able to see a lot of this unless something that I need a solder. So on this headphone, the white Beats headphone that I have right here in my hand, uh, what's going on with that one is the Bluetooth. Okay, you know what? Let me get the over the desk camera mount and then I'll be right back. Okay, so there we go. So now that we have the over the desk camera, hopefully you guys can see better what's going on here, even though my desk is still a mess, so you really can't tell what I'm working on really. It's still just better than what I had before. Okay? Alright, so let's continue. So what's going on with this one is, so the white one, the customer said that the Bluetooth is not working. It won't connect to Bluetooth. When I was searching for Bluetooth, I couldn't find it, but we have this other black one that I want to test first, just to kind of get an idea of how they work. I think this is the power button right here. I'm not sure yet. Okay, so it's on right now. I'm gonna connect it to my phone and see if I can play music. They said one side is not working, so what I plan on doing is taking the side that's not working and switch it out for one of the ones that I know that's working. So Let me try to connect here. I'm gonna take out my, that is weird. That is right. So I got this thing hooked up. I thought I had just seen the. Uh, so this black one is not. Uh, I'm not seeing this one either. Oh, there we go. That's pairing here, and let's test it real quick and see. So both sides is working on this one. So this one doesn't have a problem. So I don't know what the issue was with the customer, but they said that side wasn't working. But I have to also take this off the heater, off the hot plate, this iPad. Like I said, we're going to be working on this iPad. I want to get this done. It was liquid damage, and I want to try to get in before. I mean, there's not like there's more damage that can be done, right? It's already damaged, but I want to try to get in there and see if maybe it's something that I can clean up real quick, possibly save some time here. So it's in really, really good condition. I'm not even really worried about working on this iPad right now. I just want to make sure that I get it opened up, work on it later on. And we got this iPad opened up. Let me just check to see. Okay, yep, charging. So let's put this off to the side for a minute and let's continue on with these repairs. Okay, so that Beat headphone is working. I don't know what the customer is saying that one side wasn't working because it is working. Uh, this one I know for sure that we was having a problem connecting. Okay. Okay, that's why. Okay, that's why. So this one we had a problem with because one side is actually damaged. So if you guys can see that this ribbon cable ripped, and that was ripped before I even took this apart. I don't want you guys to think I took it apart and damaged it and don't want to say that he did. No, it was like that when I took it. To take it apart, and I think this side might be fine. This side might be okay. Might not have to do anything on this side. Just connect back up all this stuff, and then that's it on this side. But for sure, I know that the other side was definitely over here. We're gonna have to loosen up this a little bit. So let me just put a little bit of alcohol on it, kind of soften up, and let it soak in there. And while we're doing that, we'll go ahead and we'll take side is this left side. So this side over here, and I'll show you guys how to open this up. Okay. So what I did was I have all these tools, so it might be a little bit different for me, for you guys, because you guys don't have all these tools. But what I did was I took this different one, but regardless, and I like that. And I took some alcohol and I just kind of let it do its thing. Because I know that alcohol is not going to hurt it. If anything, it's earwax or anything that might be. And you want to kind of, when you're doing this, you want to, okay? So just like that, I'm just going to, just like that. Okay, that's off. That will dry out. I'm not worried about that. Okay, so on that one, what was damaged is this button right here. Okay, and all I have to do is cruise out and just switch over. So this is where the button connects, and it gets right here. But the connector was. So let's continue. Let's turn off this. Now it's gonna get hot in here. All right, and take out these. You have 4 screws here. I'm gonna save most of these because the customer said we can use one of these for parts. So because of that, that's exactly what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna use it for parts, and that should be okay. Like that. Want to be real careful here. Like that, you just kind of lift it off, and We'll take these out. Use a smaller Phillips head screwdriver, like this one. Because that's the first issue that I noticed with this one. With the white one was when I tried to press that power button, it wouldn't turn on. Here we go. We have that off. Now let's disconnect our speaker wires. That hard either. Press your soldering iron on it. Give it a few seconds to melt. So they put ouch. They put decent size solder blobs on it. Right here, you have some more of that, and how easy that was for me. This one have some. That I don't know why this speaker wire is so stuck on. But I do know why. See, on the other ones, did not have. It did not have the speaker wire glued in there. I did put a little gash in it, but this is the wire. Okay, right here. Like I said, we're just gonna put some of that on there. It's that here. Like I said, it's not hard. Just want to be real careful with that, not to damage that ribbon. All right, so what we're gonna do now is a little bit of heat. Have it set 100 degrees Celsius. I'm just using it to soften up glue. So, okay, that looks good. So then the next step is underneath here. We have 4 screws. I'm going to remove those 4 screws, or 1 screw, sorry. And then this cable will just, oh, then you got to pull it from here because you don't want to damage the cable. And if you can't get it to just kind of get loose, what I do is find one of these. One of these black right here. Kind of push it through the other side. Like that. Once you get one through, the rest of them usually kind of come out easy. I'm being very careful with that ribbon cable. I'm going to use a microscope right now. Make sure that I got all the adhesive away from that. So you guys want to make sure that I'm not damaging it. As you can see, there is adhesive here. And let's add some more heat. Now we can fish this side. Go, got it through to the other side. Now we can pull on here and we don't have to worry about it. Okay? And so here we go. We're on the second phase of this teardown. Okay? Then I'm putting all my screws and everything over there. Side. I'm be this because I don't want to damage that. I don't think I need the speaker wire though. We can change back to yes. I don't have myself in the desk camera. I've said this before that I don't like I need every scene. If you get into the live and you don't see me but you hear my voice, not a mistake. Don't feel like I need to be on every scene. Okay, so it looks like we would have to desolder like 10 wires in order to remove. No, 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 no. I think it connects right here. Let's see. If not, then we have to desolder so many wires. Yeah, so this whole board right here has to come out in order to get just this ribbon cable here out. So I'm trying to think what's the smartest way to do it. Battery comes out easily. All of these would have to come off. And let's just take a picture of this and then we'll move on from there. Okay, so we got some pictures of that. So we're gonna have to desolder all of those wires, take this whole thing out, and put it in the other housing because this wire right here is connected through this hole right here, which I'm gonna have to add some heat in order to come loose because it has hot glue on. Hot, hot glue in order to get it in there. And what I'll also probably do is just cut these wires instead of going through the process of desoldering each wire. So I'm gonna go ahead and do that now. I'm gonna cut wires. because I don't want to have to sit here and desolder all of them when I could just cut this out because the customer doesn't need. And those are just wires, and I could probably just take this whole thing without yanking that out and just solder those wires right in place here, right? Because that would make the job a lot easier to solder the wires in. Camera is not really focused. Let's see if we can fix that. Where would it be? Maybe I can't fix the focus. I'm not sure. But I have to because I had it focused before. Let's see. I bring closer. Okay, yeah, so we just have to. Sorry about that. That's much better. Much better. Okay. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna just desolder these wires, and then we'll be able to take the ones from not this side, but on this side, and we'll just pop this in place maybe. If not, then I have to rip everything, every single. So don't really want to do that. I put some alcohol on this one. Put a little bit more, and then we'll heat it up a little bit. Okay, that's enough. Now we'll just peel it off. And we're gonna have to get the hot glue out of here too on this side. I'm gonna say this now. I would tell anyone not to repair these. I will tell you now, it's not worth it. I didn't know what it consisted of repairing, but I'm gonna tell you now that I have done one. I'm not even done. Don't do it. If it's just a speaker, then yes, and that's what I thought it was. I didn't know it was like there was other faults with the other shop. Did not let me know that all these devices had different issues, more or less. Like we have some beats to fix, speaker. Like okay, right, bring on the speaker issue. Not a big deal. You just kind of screw these in. Okay. Maybe this goes a little bit more around. I keep turning. So this definitely goes right here. I will just kind of screw that together because I want that to hold in place. I don't want to have to mess with it. Okay? And over here, like I said, we can go with, if we want it to look really, really professional and really nicely done, then we have to take all of this, all of it. Let's look. Battery. All right. Let's just work on this a little bit and then we'll just. That's the start of that. Let's disconnect the battery that we don't damage it. Out here, little seal right here over this. Which, there we go. Okay, so we got our battery removed, and let's continue on with this. I want you guys to see it. not to damage that ribbon. That one is ready to come out. Is there any screws? That no. Get some alcohol again. What do we? Know if this is bad enough. Up on it. Oh, what I got. Good, but it was. Try a little bit of. A little bit more alcohol. Okay. Now some heat. Let's finish. Thought I cleared that. Enough that. All right, let's add some heat. Oh, and we have this board out. Everything looks okay. Okay. No major rips. No. Okay. All right. So that's that. Okay. So we removed the board from here, and now we just have to sword over to over on this side. Side is okay. Probably can put the side all back together if we really wanted to, because we have everything like that. We could put that back together. But for now, like I said, I'm just gonna move on to the uh, Actually, I think I'm gonna end the video here, and then later on I'm back. I'll be able to do the rest of the video then. Because make any sense trying to rush it now when I know I have a few more hours. And then later on, we'll also work on this computer that's not. Actually, we can figure out what's going on with this computer right now. Let's test it right this second. Yeah, I do have like 5 different repairs going on at once. But that's why I didn't put like a title that said, you know, exactly what I'm going to be repairing, because so the customer said this computer's not working, it's charging, but I think the power button has the issue. I don't think the power. I think the power button is broken or damaged. Okay, so that's what we have to work on, is the power button on this laptop. Charging, it's just not turning on because we can't have power button. And that's enough, I think. Yep, because we have another one of those. We have the exact same model, and we can the power button out and use that one. So that's good. Okay. So we'll work on those later on. So later on, I'll be on recording, maybe about 8, 9 o'clock. I'll be back on. So thank you guys for watching. I know I didn't really accomplish anything except for showing you guys how to take these apart and telling you guys that if you're a repair shop, um, don't bother taking on repairing those Beats headphones. It's just not worth it, the time. So thanks for watching, guys.